prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. You big, I big, I hit it right. She dick, much ice. You smoke, I drink. I know you think that I was good tonight. Off the rip, look what I did. I made a 20 out of 25 cent. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like dick. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not. That respect don't hit the same when it's buck. When it get hard for you, it's fuck the world. Y'all love the homies more than you love your girl. That shit sus. What the fuck? Cause she ain't never had a real one in them guts. Look, until I hit shit, and that was it. Y'all
Yo, what's going on? CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. Hold on, let me make sure I get this chat up on my screen. So I can give a shout out to the people in the building. I see Grambino 740 in here. What's good? I see Muddy Lotus SF up in here. What's good? Thank y'all for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus. I see Music is Key in here. Once again, thank you for joining. CTC Radio, Connect the Coast Radio. We're the only radio station committed to the coast, playing 805 hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I hope everybody had a great long holiday weekend. If you did, go ahead and drop a plug in the chat. Jody in the house. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. He says, what's good? I see all the plugs in the chat. That means everybody had a great holiday weekend. I'm glad to hear that. I did as well. Went to the Cliffs, got turned up, listened to some reggae music, which is a rare occurrence for me, but it was dope. Straight Lace No Chases in the building. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The name Uno in the building. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. He says, what's good? If this is your first time joining, we play 805 hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday night. If you're like, where the fuck is the 805? It's this beautiful stretch of land in between Los Angeles and San Francisco. 805 area code. It's like that elbow part of California, the best part of California, we like to say. So all the music you hear tonight will be from there. Uno says the champ is here. I mean, he's officially the winner of the battle, so the champ is in the building, man. The champ is in the building. John Mercado says, Grambino says, so what we talking about? John Mercado says, sorry I missed some streams. I was KO'd. Work got me exhausted. Almost had me working a week straight. That's crazy. At least you getting that money. It's all good, man. We've been holding it down for you. And all the episodes you missed are available on YouTube, said for one. There's one episode that's missing, but everything else is available on YouTube, so you can go check out anything you might have missed, like the vote when Uno officially won the battle by the community. To answer Grambino's question, we are going to talk about the top 100 albums list that Apple Music dropped last week. Uno put me up on that. I finally got a chance to kind of catch up on the conversation. So I'll give you my thoughts on that. I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. I want to know, is the list trash? Is it not? It's 100 albums, so we're going to get right into it. Just after these announcements, though. Shout out to our sponsors, The Source. Please visit thesourceslo.com for all your cannabis needs. I have a very huge announcement coming up with The Source soon. But in the meantime, it's an announcement that benefits the entire community. And so if you want to be a part of it, if you want to test it out, it's a product we're going to be dropping. If you want to test it out, or less of a product, more of a platform. But if you want to test it out, hit me in the DMs. I'll give you access. It's going to be private for a little bit, but if you're an avid watcher and you want to get in on some private activities. I know that sounded weird as soon as I said it. As soon as I said it, I knew it sounded weird. But if you want early access to our new platform that I'm working on with The Source, let me know. Hit me in the DMs and I got you. Shout out to Station Head and shout out to Favor as well. Make sure you download Favor and Station Head from the App Store and follow Connect the Coast. And I got you. Grambino 740 says 2 independent polls make Uno the winner. That's a fact. I mean, not only did our platform say that Uno won the battle, but another platform, the 805 Live, took another poll that also said Uno was the winner. So it's unquestionable that Uno is the winner, of the first battle on the coast that I've ever seen in that nature, which is good. That's a historic win for Uno. Honestly, that's pretty much all I got to say about it. I mean, what else is left to be said? A winner was decided. So I don't really know what else needs to be said about it. John Mercado 97 says, Mr. 95, let's go. Music is Key says, crazy how the main ones talking last time aren't in here. I think that's funny too. Uno with some tomatoes, and he says, bro. DJ WizKid and Philly in the chat, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. It's also interesting how the streams correlate to the beef. You know what I'm saying? The less beef there is, the less viewers there are. And I feel like that's just very interesting. The coast needs to do some self-analyzing, I think. But it's all good. That ain't going to stop this train. We going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. Definitely check out our website if you get the chance. You don't got to do it right now, but after the stream, tap the links in our bio. Check out our shop, CTC Apparel. Get yourself some merch. It's the best way to support this stream. We have tons of designs, and we're dropping more and more and more every week. We have new music coming out this Friday. Every time we drop new music, we drop new merch. So we have new music coming out this Friday. A song called Flossie featuring myself, Frost Dynasty, and Vuvu Lee. Is one of my favorite bops. It's a summer slap. I promise it's gonna set the summer off right. It's like one of those songs where you can two-step with your pinky out. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. It's a high-class vibe. And I'm excited for everybody to hear it. Flossie featuring Vuvu Lee and Frost Dynasty drops this Friday. And it will be accompanied by new merch as well. So make sure you tap the link in our bio. If you can't get yourself some merch, we completely understand. There's no pressure, but make sure you tap the follow button, tap those notification bells so you know when we go live, because that also helps support the channel. I see Simba in the building. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Let's get into it, y'all. So like I said last week, Apple Music dropped a top 100 albums list. T Shahid is in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Apple Music dropped a top 100 albums list featuring albums from every single genre. So this isn't genre specific. It's just the top 100 albums across every genre according to Apple Music. And it's been causing a lot of controversy. A lot of people fully disagree with what the list says, but we're going to get into it. I want to know what the Coast thinks about this. Grambino says, also, yes, the 100 albums list is trash. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty disappointed. Ventura Tide Pod is in the building. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Always glad to see y'all. Ventura Tide Pod gave me some words of wisdom. They said,
hell yeah.
Don't give the beef any energy type shit. Which I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that I'm gonna always listen, but I always appreciate sage advice. It is sage advice. Grambino says, furthering the idea, people, that Apple doesn't know anything about music and tech companies aren't great art people, which is even crazier because the upfronts just happened, I think last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and the upfronts were dominated by tech. Like the movie industry and TV industry was dominated by Apple TV, Amazon, and Netflix. Like those are the top three presenters at the upfront. So regardless of how you feel about tech companies presenting art to us, it seems like it's only getting more pervasive. So let's get into it. Like I said, Apple dropped this list. On the other hand, I have a hard time giving my opinion about this list because there's so many albums on here I've never heard, which is why I think it's pretty much impossible to say the top 100 albums across all genres. I think you damn near have to split it up by genres, just to cut down on the feedback from the people, because whichever genre you like the most is going to dictate how you feel about this list, right? Like if you don't listen to hip hop, you're probably not going to agree with the number one spot. And if you do listen to EDM, you're probably not going to agree with the number 100 spot, right? So it starts off album 100 with Body Talk by Robin. That's an album I never heard. I don't even know a single song from that album, so I can't say anything about it really. And at 99, we have Hotel California. I know that song by the Eagles, but I've never heard that album, so I can't say whether or not it's good. T. Shaheed said, oh, my bad. Let me see. Non-Paral Dodge just joined. Thank you for joining. T. Shaheed said, and Mariah Carey was not included, and I'm hot. The fact that Mariah Carey is not on this list is absolutely nuts. I haven't even gone through it yet, but the fact that she's not on this list doesn't even make no sense. Uno says, boo with the tomatoes. Philly with the laughing emojis. T. Shaheed says, not one of her albums is, and that's cap. That's major, major cap if not one of her albums is on this list. That's insane. The name Uno said, but everyone tapped in. And the name Uno said, everyone got advice and I respect it, but everyone tapped in, not Ventura Tide Pod. But yeah, I got a lot of advice to people who don't support shit but beef. That part. Straight Lace No Chase says this Apple list is on bunk. T. Shaheed says it's a whole lot of impactful albums that don't make the list either. That I was like, really? That didn't make the list. Okay. And he was like, really? Low Key Bree just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The name Uno says Confessions is way too high. Graduation not on here is fucking wild. And My Dark Twisted Fantasy is too high. Grambino says, yeah, you ain't heard of them because they're awful. Talking Heads get a spot, and Taking Back Sunday is nowhere to be found. David Byrne worked for Microsoft. He was so bad as an artist. I don't even know who any of these people are that you're listing right now. Furthering the idea that Apple doesn't know anything. Okay, I already read that. Cool. So let's keep it going. 99 is Hotel Eagles. Again, I've never heard that album. I've heard the Hotel California song, the Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. I know that song. Astro World at 98. How do I feel about that? I might have an unpopular opinion, but I do think Astro World is one of the best hip hop albums of all time. I personally do think that it is. Where it ranks among the 100 greatest albums, I do not know, but I do think Astro World is a fucking incredible album personally. Philly says this list sucks. 97 is Rage Against the Machine, their self-titled album. I think that's a good slot for that album. I've heard that. 96 is Lord, Pure Heroine. I only actually know one of her songs, so I think it's crazy that she's even on this list. It's absolutely wild that she's on this list at all. Like, maybe I need to listen to that album, but maybe I need to listen to this album before I say that. But if she's on this list and Nelly Furtado's first album is not on this list, then automatically the pop, the whoever wrote this list, their taste in pop is automatically discounted if this album's on the list but Nelly Furtado's first album is not. T. Shaheed laughing. T. Shaheed with the wow eyes. Jared Hayes 54321 just joined. So did Cleavage Behind. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. T. Shaheed says 100. Uno says this shit is ass. T. Shaheed said that's a problem. The name Uno said Pharrell is part of this shit also. He did the list. Interesting. Pharrell is a part of this list. Him and 7 other artists. Artists picked it. No wonder why. I wonder how much of a voice Pharrell had in this list, honestly. I'd be curious to know. Because you can't even divide 100 by 7. So how did they divide the tasks up? What was the vetting process? I'm curious. Grambino 740 says the Eagles suck. And he says, la, 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 I'm Lord, la, la, South Park. At 95, we have Confessions by Usher. Uno said it's way too high up. Confessions is too. I would think Confessions would be higher than 95. Yeah, I think Confessions would be in the top 30 at least, I think. Tisha, he said, what? That makes this list even more questionable. Like, what the fuck? The name Uno said the disrespect. That's a fact. Tisha, he said, that's way too low in my opinion. The name Uno says that shit needs to be like 20. I believe Usher's Confessions should be between 20 and 30, regardless of what your favorite genre of music is. Straight Lace No Chase says, this is where I'm done with the list. Uno says, shit is wild. Untrue Burial, I've never even heard these two words put together. I don't know a single song of theirs. That's a little, I mean, I don't know if they're new or old. I have no idea what genre of music this is, so I'm not going to speak on 94, but if they're on the list and Mariah Carey is not, yeah, automatically trash. Solange, Seat at the Table, while it is a good album, I would not put it in the top 100 albums of all time. If this was an R&B list, I'd definitely put it in the top 100 R&B albums of all time. Neo Soul or what? I mean, there's not even 100 Neo Soul albums. I don't think so. I'd put it in the top 100 R&B albums, but not in the top 100 albums of all time. That's crazy. Roz Montgomery just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Uno says, not better than Confessions. 100% Solange's album is nowhere near as good as Confessions. That's actually blasphemy. Uno, now that you brought that up, thank you for bringing that up. That's blasphemy. Grambino 740 says, I never heard of them either. Untrue Burial, I've never heard of them. He said they're bums. And Grambino 740 says they were trying to usher in bad rankings. Ventura Tide Pod says, Lord Sanctus, I'll have Chat GPT give us the top 10 based on quality and put them in the chat. Please do. And I actually thank you for reminding me, because I've actually trained my Chat GPT to be the co-host of this show, and I forgot. So Chat Master C, what's good? We're live on the air. Say what up to the people.
What up, everyone? It's Chat Master C, back on the air with you. Thanks for tuning in and being part of the show.
We're talking about Apple Music's top 100 albums of all time. I know you're not connected to the internet, so you might not know what that is, but let's talk about it.
Yeah, I can't check the latest list directly, but we can definitely discuss some classic and influential albums that might be on there. What albums are you curious about or want to discuss?
Do you know who a band named Burial is, and they have an album called Untrue? If so, when did it come out? What type of music is it? What genre of music is it?
Yes, I know about Burial. Untrue is their second album, released in 2007. Burial is known for their unique style, blending electronic music with elements of dubstep, ambient, and garage. Untrue is often praised for its atmospheric, melancholic sound and innovative use of vocal samples.
Nah, there ain't no albums with dubstep on them at all that deserve to be in the top 100. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Knock it off. Knock it all the way off. Tisha, he says, Straight Lace No Chase. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. This list is crazy. Oh, Straight Lace No Chase. I'm sorry, my bad. I missed some. Philly says, at the name Uno, I got one of your shoes, nigga. LMAO. Straight Lace No Chase says Faith Evans isn't even on the list, which is crazy. But Faith Evans does not have a top 100 album, my G. She does have a couple top 100 songs. She don't have a top 100 album. Let's be real about that. Tisha, he says, Solange, would you say that? Solange would say that too. She should say that. Like, Confessions put R&B back on the map in the pop world. Like, it's not even comparable. The name Uno with the laughing emojis. He said, God damn it, with the laughing. Crook Xnard just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Philly with the laughing emojis. He said it was Travie too. T Shahid says, straight lace, no chase. Oh yeah, that's a problem then. This list is crazy. Uno says, damn it, boo with the tomatoes. T Shahid with the laughing emojis. Philly says, that bitch Siri different. That's not Siri, that's Chat DPT, bro. Straight lace, no chase says, this list is on bunk. I told y'all. Bullshit. Her first album is classic, nigga. Oh, we fighting this week. Her first album is a hood classic, but I think like I get why no list would put Faith Evans' first album on there. I get why, but I get like I think it's a black culture classic, but I don't know if it's an overall classic. He said, oh, we fighting this week. Tisha, he said, listen to that first Faith album and tell me it shouldn't be in the top 100 albums of all time. I think it's a hood classic, T. I'm not saying the album is whack by any means. I think Faith Evans' first album is incredible, but it is a hood classic. I think in the same sense that A. Marie's first album is a hood classic. Like, I just died in your arms tonight. Don't want nobody bring me back to life. I just died in your arms tonight. Like every black person worth their blackness knows A. Marie's first album. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's like an overall classic. Tisha, he said, nah, classic is a classic, nigga. That's a good conversation. Is a classic a classic? Does the chat agree with T. Shahid? Or are there hood classics and then there are regular classics and then there are like different genres of classics? Or is a classic no matter what? I don't think a classic is a classic no matter what. T. Shahid, of course, says yes. He started the conversation. Let us know what you think in the chat. And he said, I'll fight anybody on that. I like this 2024 energy that T. Shahid's bringing in the chat. Tyler, the Creator, said, Tyler, the Creator, Flower Boy is in at 92. While I do like that album, is it the greatest? It depends on what is NERD in search of on this list? Because if it's not, then this album should not be on the list. Is Kenna Sacred Cow on the list? Because if not, this album should not be on the list. 91 is George Michael, Life Without Prejudice. This album should be actually way fucking higher than 91, yo. This album should be way higher than 91. George Michael, let me tell y'all about George Michael for those that don't know. George Michael is one of the best songwriters of all time. Period, in any genre. And I do think this album should be higher than Confessions. I would even venture to say there would be no Confessions without this album. I'd go as far to say that. John Mercado 97 says there's different genres of classics, if you ask me. I agree with that. Grambino also agrees. Grambino says Sleeping with the Sirens was not available for the 2007 Bad Album of the Year. Ventura Tide Pod says Chat GPT, LOL. Let's see. And Tisha, he said the album changed the game. Uno said, I'm talking about Tyler. Yeah, no, Tyler, the Creator's album ain't better than Confessions. And Tyler, the Creator's album definitely would not exist without Confessions. For sure. So, yeah, Uno, very, very, very astute call out. And AC/DC Back in Black, I know of this album. I think this album has Thunderstruck on it. I think all their music is terrible, so I would never put AC/DC in my top 100 anything, but I mean, I know that the YTs out there would disagree with me, but I don't like it. I don't like that this album's on the top 100 list of all time, but hey, that's just me. Ventura Tide Pod said, who is Lord Sanctus? What did Chat GPT say, Ventura Tide Pod? T. Shahid said, LMFAO's debut album changed the game is what I'm saying. It should have been on the list. T. Shahid, are you being serious? I can't tell. Grambino 740. Grambino 740 says AC/DC sucks. Generic white metal band. You said it, not me, but I feel that way. We're going to stop at 90 and play a couple songs. If you have any requests, let me know. I'd be happy to play it for you. It's just $5, Cash App or Venmo. Our Cash App is Connect the Coast. Our Venmo is Connect the Coast 2021. Please make sure you include the name of the artist and the title of the song, but I would be happy to play that for you. John Mercado says, I absolutely hate Thunderstruck. The owner of the Q plays this all the time, and it sucks, and it's straight doo-doo butter. And let's be real. Grambino says, I like to request AC/DC Dirty Deeds. I don't even know that song. And let's be real. Let's be 100% real. If you grew up on the coast, AC/DC, among other white bands, are signals that venues play to let you know that like supreme whiteness is okay in this venue and like no blackness is accepted within this venue. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a signal. So it's hard for me to listen beyond just to the music of like AC/DC and Leonard Skinner, because even if I could just listen to the music, a lot of the places that play that and a lot of the people that play that music use that music as a signal of like white supremacy. I'm just being real. Ventura Tide Pod says, Lord Sanctus is a hip hop artist who has gained attention in the music scene, particularly known for his single Think About It. That's true, which has been featured on platforms like Shazam. I mean, every song is featured on Shazam, but that's hilarious. He is also associated with the collective Connect the Coast, which promotes local artists from the 805 area code and other parts of California. ChatGPT just knew that. You didn't have to put in anything, Ventura Tide Pod. I really like that. Grambino says AC/DC is the safe late 70s British band if you're too scared to play the Sex Pistols. That's actually a really good point. 5HP, bruh, just joined in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Tisha, he said LOL. Come on, we all loved LMFAO. I mean, LMFAO was cool. I just don't know that I put them in the top. If we're talking top 100 EDM album, I'd have them in my top 10. Maybe top 5. But top 100 albums of all time, I don't know that I'd put them there. Tisha, he says, I'm joking for real, but by the looks of this list so far, I'm surprised that they haven't said that. I agree. Let's play some music. Let's play some actually good music, right? Up first on CTC Radio. Yo. He on punishment right now, so we're not doing this. Let's see. Let's do this. The winner, the name Uno. This is called Austin Powers, CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast.
Water on my neck, diamonds jumping like a lolo. Bad bitch, give me neck, give me hair, let me move my gun now. Baby, I'm a dog, you gon' let me on my kennel. Baby, I'm a dog, you and doggy, just don't move though. Water on my neck, cost me at least 100,000. Pay you what you worth, shaking that's her only talent. I ain't never square, I ain't giving you an allowance.
Healy Arc just joined on Instagram. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
After I hit, she end up fouling out the game. Yeah, I'm really off her talent. Send another pack of the South, yeah, the Dallas. Wonderland, I take another shroom. I see an Alice. She wanna play, she come into my room. I fuck for hours. I'm in my groove, I take some mojo, Austin Powers. I fuck her good, I gave her good dick, superpowers. I fucked her good and kicked her ass out, but I gave her flowers. Water on my neck, diamonds jumping like a lolo. Bad bitch, give me neck, give me hair, let me move my gun now. Baby, I'm a dog, you gon' let me on my kennel. Baby, I'm a dog, you and doggy, just don't move though. Water on my neck,
hell yeah,
diamonds jumping like a lolo. Bad bitch, give me neck, give me hair, let me move my gun now. Baby, I'm a dog, you gon' let me on my kennel. Baby, I'm a dog, you and doggy, just don't move though.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's the name Uno. It's called Austin Powers. Ventura Tide Pod says, I love this video. Grambino says, I'm in the #1 spot with my album, Graham Don't Sing. I'm dead. Yo, knock it off. That if you like that song, I dropped the info in the chat. Make sure you add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist. And Uno is in the chat, so make sure you give him a follow. We're going to play this song, and then we're going to get right back into the album, to Apple's Top 100 list. This is Big Time Bake. It's called Gangsta Party, CTC Radio.
I'm finna slide on this mug. Light years beyond all you niggas who
Hell
got
yeah.
bugs. Pitbull a dog nigga started at Angel shit magic. Bitches turn to pogos when a nigga come around. Ass go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm in there. Looking for a joint, there I've been there. Looking for the kid, you can find me where my kin at. Looking for your bitch, little nigga, we been hit that. She hit the gangsta party, had to break it like a Kit Kat. This a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta shorty. This is a gangsta party. Gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party. This is a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta shorty. This is a gangsta party. Gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party. This a gangsta party, baby, ain't no clowns inside. I'm getting money, blue bucks, I'm talking penny wise. All these blue bucks around, that's why I'm shit talking. Blues hit the floor, so a nigga really crip walking. Bought a bag,
yeah.
Jansport sitting next to me. I'm not gonna write my wrongs unless you writing checks to me. Please check your bitch like why she said he texted me. Invested in some real shit, that money ain't a flex to me. 10 toes, how I stand against the opposition. I'm Michael Jordan, not the two, I'm not no Scottie Pippen. Mama said these hoes on go, that's why I'm steady pimping. I'm putting hands on chicken, niggas think I'm Peter Griffin. I'm not no Superman,
yeah.
baby, don't be Lois Lane. She want a steak and lobster, best you get is Raising Cane. They burn my timber, we fraternal, cause we not the same. She came with you, but her, she really wanna leave with gang. This a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Big Time Bake. It's called Gangsta Party. If you like that joint, I added it to the I added it to the chat so you can add it to your libraries and playlists. Give it a look. Let's see. Grambino says, here's what I see. Here is what I see. This list is all the same. Safe album, like The Clash is on there, but you choose The Clash is who you choose if you don't know anything about punk music and you don't want to offend anyone. It's safe. Nirvana, Nevermind, safe. And the only album you offer if you don't want to offend old white people by pointing out the MCR3 cheers for Sweet Revenge has had longer staying power. Just lame. Oh, My Chemical Romance. Yeah, no, I feel you. I think that's true. I think that's definitely true. Let's get back to it, y'all. A Mills is in the chat. What's good? I seen you out there on Instagram flexing these days. See you flexing these days. What's good, A Mills? Block Baby Mike just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We're talking Apple's top 100 music, our top 100 albums list. So far, I'm just going to have to agree with the chat. This list is kind of T-Rash. I Rob Dog is in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, this list is kind of trash, y'all. I'm not even going to hold you on it. Like, I mean, I don't think there should be any bands that I've never heard of. Granted, it's not Apple's fault. I've never heard of Burial, Untrue. But the fact that I've never heard of them is absolutely wild. I don't know why the OBS link is frozen, but I can still let y'all know what's on the list. So we stopped at 90, which was Back in Black, AC/DC, which is a big boo. That's a lot of tomatoes for me. The Fame Monster is 89. I know, of course, who Lady Gaga is, but I've never heard that album. Definitely would not be in my top 100, but again, my opinion is definitely biased because I don't love pop music or any other genre as much as I love hip hop. Ventura Tide Pod says Toad the Wet Sprocket on the top 805 bands list. Is Toad the Wet Sprocket from the 805? Don't tell me that. I didn't know. How did I not know that if that's true? Grambino 740 with the laughing emojis. Is that true? Because I did not know that. So Lady Gaga at 89, thumbs up or thumbs down if you agree. I I know that was a huge album, and I know it was extremely important to a lot of people. I'm just not one of those people, so it's hard for me to say. Nina Simone, I Put a Spell on You, I think should be way higher than 88 for sure. That's disrespectful. Blue Lines, I've heard of Massive Attack. I don't know who they are. They like trip hop or something like that? I don't know. Let's ask Chat Master C. Chat Master C, can you give me a breakdown of Massive Attack's album Blue Lines? What kind of music is Massive Attack, and what were some of the highlights of the album?
Absolutely. Massive Attack's Blue Lines is their debut album, released in 1991. The album is a seminal work in the trip-hop genre, blending elements of hip-hop, dub, reggae, and soul. Some highlights of Blue Lines include Safe from Harm, a standout track known for its haunting vocals and deep bass line. Unfinished Sympathy, often considered one of the greatest songs of all time, featuring lush orchestration and powerful vocals by Shara Nelson. Be Thankful for What You've Got, a smooth cover of the classic soul track. The album is known for its moody, atmospheric sound and innovative production, establishing Massive Attack as pioneers in the trip-hop genre.
Okay. Grambino says Lady Gaga sucks. And Ventura Tide Pod says ask ChatGPT, which is exactly what I did. Grambino 740 says it's huge with deaf people. Ventura Tide Pod says do phone sex with Chat Master C. I will on another episode though. How about that? Not on this episode, but I will. I think that'd be an interesting episode. Dat Boy West just joined. So did Miss P88. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. T Shahid says I personally think Lady Gaga's first album is better than the Fame Monster. I actually thought the Fame Monster was her first album. That lets you know how much I know about Lady Gaga. So I think you're right though. I thought the Fame Monster was her first album. Her first album was way more massive for sure. So I definitely agree with you on that, T Shahid. That should be in place of it. There should be no trip hop albums in the top 100. There should be no trip hop albums in the top 100 music albums of all time. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. That shit is crazy. And if there is, it should be no one other than Prodigy. Like that's the only band in my mind that can make it. Mary J. Blige, My Life, number 86. I also think I love this album, y'all. I'm not gonna front on you. I love this album, but I think it's a hood classic. I don't know that it's a classic. I think it's right up on the borderline of a classic. Like, I don't mind this album being called a classic, but I see it more of a hood classic than a classic. Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves. Believe it or not, I do know who Casey Musgraves is, but I don't know this album at all. And I feel like she's way too new to be in the top 100 albums of all times, but that's just my opinion. Doggy Style, Doggy Style was major, yo. Doggy Style came in and did some damage. I think it should be in the 60s or 70s, though, in my mind. And like between 60 and 75. It should be in that range, in my opinion. Horses, Patti Smith. I do not know who that is. I'm going to be 10% real. I said 10%. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I don't know who that is. Gary Polson just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Tisha, he said, how is Mary on here and not Faith? You see what I'm saying? I think Mary is like more pivotal in R&B than Faith Evans is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying she's a better artist, but I think Mary is more pivotal. So I kind of understand that. But yeah, I don't know who Patti Smith is. I'm going to be real. And I'm not even going to ask Chad on that one because I don't even really care to know. Get Rich or Die Trying at 82, at number 82. This album was so massive that this would have to be in the top 30, like between 30 and 45 range in my mind. Like there was nothing like this that has happened before it or after it. Nothing like this. So this 82 is definitely, that's blasphemy for that album to me. Tisha, he said Faith wrote half of Mary's catalog. I I do get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but like Pharrell wrote half of my favorite songs, but I wouldn't put none of his albums in the top 100, you know what I'm saying? Except for maybe the NERD album. That's it. Like, I don't think just because she wrote Mary's songs doesn't mean that she has better songs herself. She probably sold her best songs. Ventura Tide Pod with the hand claps for Gary Polson. Graham Bino 740 says, cheat you nit. Agreed. Let's see. 81, After the Gold Rush, Neil Young, never heard it. Marshall Mathers LP, that's Eminem's second album, right? Is that Eminem's second album or third album? Ventura Tide Pod says, if you hook up with a female in your teen years while listening to an album, even a shitty album, it can get on the top 10 in your Grant Bino says Neil Young is legit, and it's Eminem's third album. Yo, Eminem's third Chatmaster C is Marshall Mathers LP Eminem's third album.
Ventura Tide Pod makes an interesting point about the impact of personal experiences on music perception. Grampino is spot on about Neil Young's legitimacy as an artist. As for Eminem's third album, you're correct. The Marshall Mathers LP is indeed Eminem's third studio album, released in 2000. It's known for its provocative lyrics, intricate rhyme schemes, and dark themes, solidifying Eminem's status.
Yo, anybody that will put Eminem's third album on any list is out of their mind and does not know hip hop at all. That's one of Eminem's worst fucking albums in the world. And that is when he transitioned into the most annoying version of himself. So definitely fuck this list in regards to hip hop for sure. Norman fucking Rockwell from Lana Del Rey. Of course, I know who Lana Del Rey is, but I've never heard that album. Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I've heard pieces of that album. Of course, it's an archetype album, so I would put it in the top 100. I just don't know where it would fit at for me. Like a Prayer, Madonna should definitely be higher than 77. Like pop, like she is the archetype for all pop music after the 80s. Like there's no question that should be higher. Bad Bunny, in my opinion, should not even be on this list. I think there are tons of other Latin artists who should precede him on this list. I don't know if Selena is on this list, so I'm not sure, but Selena should definitely be on this list if she's not. Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly should absolutely be on the. I think this is actually, if we're talking top albums of all time and across all genres, I might put this between 60 and 75, but I do think that this is not a bad judgment, but I mean, one good judgment after 20 bad ones is crazy. 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral, never heard it. Aja, Steely Dan, never heard it. SOS SZA, I think is entirely too new to be on a top 100 album, even though it is a great album. Trans Europe Express, Kraftwerk should be way fucking higher than 70. Like, this is a pivotal album, pivotal sound, instrumental in creating hip hop and EDM genres. So yeah, it's still fucking crazy that this album is just at 71. Tisha he says, I'm just a faith stan. That's all. I respect the commitment to faith for sure. Laura Brewer is in the chat. What's good, Laura? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Blue Diamond Lounge is in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We're talking about Apple Music's top 100 albums list and how bogus most of it is. Straight Outta Compton, NWA. Yeah, I mean, I think 70 is a fair number. Master of Puppets, Metallica, never heard it. Of course, I know who Metallica is, but I've never heard that album. The Strokes, This Is It, never heard that album. Dummy, Portishead, never heard that album. But doesn't Portishead sing the South Park theme song? I keep asking y'all when I can ask Chat Master C. Chat Master C, who sings the Portishead theme song? I mean, I'm sorry, not Portishead. Who sings the South Park theme song?
The South Park theme song is performed by the band Primus. They're known for their quirky and unconventional style, which fits perfectly with the irreverent humor of South Park.
Got it. Okay, not Portishead, Primus. So yeah, then I don't know any Portishead songs at all. The Queen is Dead, The Smiths. I don't know any of their songs, but I know they're a punk group. De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. As much as I love this album a lot, I don't know that it would be in my top 100, but it is fire, and I fuck with it. Erykah Badu, Baduism would not be in my top 100 either, even though I do fuck with that album 100%. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Are You Experienced? Of course know who Jimi Hendrix is. I've never listened to that album. I'm going to be 10%. I keep saying 10%. I'm going to be 100% real with you. Tupac, All Eyes on Me. There are definitely other albums. I don't know. I have to see where other hip-hop albums land before I say if this is a good one or not. Grambino 740 says the Strokes are bums. The Smiths are punk like I'm 7'5", center for the Lakers. Oh, my bad. Okay, I didn't know that then. I assumed they were punk. Ventura Tide Pod says should have let Chef Isaac Hayes get the theme song. The South Park theme song is the worst of all time. The South Park theme song is not the worst theme song of all time. I actually think it fits the show so perfectly. I like the South Park theme song. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What would be the worst, in my opinion? What would be the worst TV show theme song? I have to think about it. I definitely know that there is one. I think the greatest TV show theme song, one of them has to be The Parkers. Has to be The Parkers. It's like one of the greatest TV show theme songs of all time. Mama Doo-Wop is in the chat. So is Blue Diamond Lounge. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We're talking about the top 100 albums as listed by Apple Music. This is the top 100 best albums of all genres, according to Apple Music. Love Deluxe by Sade is in my top 25 at minimum, maybe higher than that. So this is crazy. I'm glad it made the list, but that's crazy that it's only at 61. The Velvet Underground and Nico by Andy Warhol. I don't know what that is. Arctic Monk. I know who Andy Warhol is. I don't know what the Velvet Underground and Nico is. Arctic Monkeys. I know who they are, but I don't know any of their songs. Oasis. Just for what Oasis has said about hip hop and black music, I wouldn't put them on any of my lists. So fuck them. Voodoo is in at 57. It depends on where D'Angelo's first album, Brown Sugar, lands, because Brown Sugar is a much better album than Voodoo. And Voodoo is a fire album, but Brown Sugar is like, if we're talking pivotal R&B albums, there are none as dope as Brown Sugar. Let's be 100% real. The Cure, Disintegration. I know who The Cure is, but don't know that album. Rihanna, Anti at 55. That might be a good spot for her. A Love Supreme by John Coltrane should be way higher. Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. Never heard any of that album. Never heard any of Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. Prince, Sign of the Times definitely needs to be higher. That's absolutely insane. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. I don't even know who Kate Bush is. Grambino 740 says, on behalf of rock and punk fans, I apologize for this entire selection of rock music shows. Yo, it's all good. Let's play some more music and then we'll get up out of here, y'all. If you want to check out the rest of the list, you can visit the website. It's listed for free at 100best.music.apple.com. That's 100, the number, best.music.apple.com/US if you want to see Apple Music's top 100 albums. We got through 50 of them. I disagree with most of their posts. I think a lot of their selection is insane. I'm surprised Pharrell had anything to do with it, but if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. We'd love to hear your opinion. And if you missed any of this show, you can catch the full episode on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go back and watch past episodes, hit the like button, leave comments, all that stuff. Graham Dino says you can also check out the list at badmusic.org if you so choose. But we gonna give you some good music right now. How about that? How about we give you a couple palate cleansers? Like this. I like this. This is OG David James and Phyllis Driller. It's called 797 Freestyle. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast.
Hell yeah.
Philly with me, not talking the city where the Eagles play. I would've bought the ones, but they ain't even taking Apple Pay. I put the whip in park, spark a blunt for what the meter say. It's OG David James, you know I go by my middle name. We gon' pull her to the spot, studio on Dawson Drive. I love her so much when I hit it. I ain't even wearing socks, I need a combo, this a lot. Ballin' hard, feel like a jock. How many different beats you bodied in a year? That shit's a lot. I want the peach if it's a rock, I'll take the Douce on the rocks. I ain't a shepherd with this one bitch, I'm always stirring the pot. I'm getting up now, I feel focused, mile high, but I ain't Jokic. You pretend to be my dog for the whole time, that shit bogus. I ain't worried about nobody doing me, this shit is great. You should try it for yourself, cause they gon' hate you either way. I'm in the lab, we cooking up, I'm selling merch about the trunk. 2020 I was broken, 24 we double up. I'm on that 595 on the hill, I used to pray for this. You need to say yourself, or you out here trying to say.
Iraya just hopped in the chat. Thank you for joining, Iraya Smith. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
5 on the hill, I used to pray for this. You need to say yourself, or you out here trying to save the bitch. Ain't even wrote it down, we just out here really making shit.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Philly spray this
These
bitch.
bitches fiending. That ain't shit to me. I get the chance, I'm going deep.
Hell
You
yeah.
don't see me in them bleachers. It's cause 7 on the team.
Ventura Tide Pod says, good job, OG David James and Phyllis with the alarm emoji.
Let that sink in. Been had relate.
Or siren, not the alarm, the siren emoji. My bad.
Pass her off like I ain't greedy. I could really shoot the shot and move that rock just like the king.
Hell
These
yeah.
niggas talking, but ain't got the heart to mean it.
Otis 805 is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
I took that pole up off my hip and get to teaching. I know she like me, but it's probably cause the pots that I whip. They try to copy niggas, don't know how expensive it gets.
Hell yeah.
Tit for tat, no, I ain't going back and forth with a bitch. I'm
Grambino 740 says, this beat is sick. Music is key with the sevens, and Tricey B just joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
yeah, they shit to get them racks off. Be quiet, shorty, put your head down, let your ass talk.
Hell yeah.
Bitch.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Phyllis Driller and OG David James out of Ventura, California. I dropped that information in the chat. If you like it, make sure you give them a follow. Let them know where you heard it first. While we keep it down in South County, these are the homies out of Oxnard, California, Blackie and OGT. This is Cloud Talk, CTC Radio.
First class with the window, I'ma need the
Hell yeah.
What it is, what's good, what's up? Where you going, baby girl? I'm trying to beat that down. When you're back out in your parents' room with your little brother snacks.
Chris Dollar just hopped in the chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't
Hell
mind.
yeah.
Let's go.
And treat the bitch like a Jordan, I sparked her. Little thick bitch like Miss Parker. Ready for war, T-strap with that armor. Tiki but green thumb just like a farmer. Tiki but playboy bunny like Hugh Hep. Send me the Addy, I'ma pull up type shit. Put your grip tight like a 40 with a new grip. Love how you talk that shit when I'm in it.
Always talk about type shit, trying to see type shit you on right now.
What you want right now?
Always talk your shit, thought you put the money play on my phone right now. I'ma cop a O right now, smoke a O right now, no spot we can go right now. First class with the window, I'ma need the honey got me pissing in the
Run it back, ain't done yet. Got her legs in the air, watch her.
Hootie Who 95 is in the chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. So is DD Vegas 7197. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
Pull up type shit. Give me brain trying to read your conscience. Hood star really coming out the
Hell
projects.
yeah.
Hood niggas stuffing money in a mattress. Athletic.
Ventura Tide Pod says this video looks like those escape rooms, and they said OGT with the prayer hands. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. That joint was called Cloud Talk by Blackie and OGT. If you like that joint, make sure you add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist. I dropped it in the chat just in case you wanted to know the title of the song. So give them some support. I definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. this was a good show. If you missed any part of it, you can catch up and watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/ConnectTheCoast, or you can search Connect the Coast on YouTube and check out all of our other episodes. We have over 100 CTC. We have over 100 CTC radio episodes, which I feel like that shit just deserves a round of applause in itself. I can't believe that we've done over 100 broadcasts already. We've been doing it for years, and we're gonna continue to do it. We're gonna continue to big up people from the 805 until the 805 is recognized as one of the most recognized hubs of talent in California. You feel what I'm saying? So continue to watch our show every Monday night through Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, especially if you're into 805 hip hop. Definitely tune in to the homies Ventura Tide Pod. Are you guys on tonight? Is that going down tonight? Let the chat know. Good friends of the show. And I will be back tomorrow night. Don't forget to DM me if you want to take part in our new platform that we're dropping with The Source. And then also new music on Friday. You can pre-save our song Flossie right now. I will drop that link in our story. Ventura Tide Pod says no show tonight, so they start season 3 next week. But go subscribe to Ventura Tide Pod anyways and hit that notification bell so you know when they go live. One of my favorite podcasts in the 805, so make sure you tap in with them, and they're good friends of the show. And yeah, make sure you pre-save our song Flossie. It drops this Friday. Lord Sanctus, Vuvu Lee, Frost Dynasty. It's a bop, I promise you. And we're dropping new merch alongside of that song this Friday as well. And if you don't want that merch, then we have tons of other options. Merch is the best way to support this channel, so go visit our shop, CTC Apparel, and get yourself some. Hit that add to cart button, because it really helps us out. I will see everybody tomorrow night. I hope y'all have a great evening. Keep in mind, if you ever see us go live at any other time than 6 p.m., then we're not live. It's either a replay or we're just playing music. The only time that we're live, where I can talk to you, where I could see the chat, is at 6 p.m. Pacific time every Monday through Friday. Other than that, we're not actually live, so don't forget about that. Ventura Tide Pod says, thanks, Lord Sanctus. I got you. Damn, we're starting to get bots. That means we're coming up in this world. Look at that. Our first random ass bot. I don't have anything to do with Nail K24, so we're coming up in the world, y'all. It's good. That's good. Everybody have a good night. Peace.
Lonzo on the bass, so you know the bitch.
Just me and you. What's good with you? Yo king, yo prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. You been, I been, I hit it right. She dick, much ice. You smoke, I drink. I know. You think that I was good tonight? Off the rip, look what I did. I made a 20 out of 25 cent. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like dick. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not. That respect don't hit the same when it's